Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the Dear Dad podcast. My name is Bjemson Darius, aka BJ. So today I'm happy to have this guest on this episode, only because I listened to her podcast called The Life Junkie. She'll get into it in a little bit. I listened to it and I was just like, after the fifth or third episode I listened to, I was like, gotta have her in my podcast because she has a story to tell. And I'm so happy that you're able to accept this. So guys, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to hold her anymore. Her name is Ericka Waltz. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. I've been thinking about this like all week.
No problem. So let's hop to it. So, Ericka, tell me who you are. Who's Ericka?
Ericka, in a nutshell, would probably be described as a super empath, like a super empath. I kind of tend to put myself last a lot of time when it comes to people that I love or really care about. I'm a super giver, super loving, but I mean, at the same time, I kind of take in. It's not always a good thing. I just take in till I explode for the most part. But overall, I'm a super empath.
No problem. So, all right. So let's hop to the first question. And you can go as in depth as you want to go and elaborate as much as you want to. Tell me about your dad.
My dad is definitely a human teddy bear.
Okay.
As big as he is, he has the softest heart. That's probably where I get it from a lot of the time. Like, he's a people person, a people pleaser, super nice. He really doesn't like to hurt anybody's feelings. But I will say over the years, he's definitely like that daddy bear of his kids and his grandkids now. How playful he is. He always would play pranks around the house. Like, it was one time vividly I can remember, my mom was getting ready to get off of work and he decided, hey, let's trick your mom. And like, my brother had this like I don't know if you've seen the scary movie Scream. So it's like a Scream costume that my brother had. My dad decided to put it on and he pretended as though, like, I guess like somebody came in the house and did something to us, because he felt like it was just going to be a way to like get my mom really well, because that's just something that they do. They try to prank each other. So that was probably one of the earliest ones. And then my dad, again, like I said, is just really playful, like us playing outside all the time, playing sports, just being outside all the time.
Okay. So you were just telling me that your dad is a prankster and he's a giver, is a big teddy bear. And again, from what I was listening to and just listening to you talk about him now, you guys pretty much share a lot of characteristics from what you're telling me. What characteristics in you that you find in your dad and maybe in your kids?
Mostly how kind we are. Like, it drives my mom up a wall, I'm pretty sure. Like, it just, like I was saying earlier, like, it takes a lot for us to be angry. Okay. So I'm very slow to anger like him. That's probably the biggest one, in how giving he is.
Nice. Yeah, for me too. I share a lot of characteristics in me I see in my dad, and I even see it in my son as well. And I continue looking for what other traits that I have of me that it is in him. Definitely my voice, my demeanor, the way I'm very, very patient. My mom and my dad are very patient people, but I'm very patient and I'm slow to anger. You know, it takes a lot for me to get angry. So if you see me get angry and lose my cool, that means that the person got to me. Got to me. And that's not something I normally let out. But I try my best. I really try my best to not let anybody get that far into me and that far. That breaks me that far down, because then I lose my character, and that's one thing I try not to lose at all.
Definitely. That's me and him too.
If you had the chance right now, right? I don't know how the relationship is with you and your dad. If you had anything you wanted to tell him right now, he was in front of you, what would it be?
I don't mean to get too deep about it, but so
go as far as you want.
Episode, but I would probably say one thing that I've always been wanting to somehow find a way to tell him was that when I was a lot younger, like I would say toddler age, I was a daddy's girl, like to the T. And then somewhere in the middle, I guess I just felt like we lost that a little bit, to the point of where I feel like my dad has always physically been in my life. Like I've grown up with him since the day I was born, but I felt like at one point I don't feel like I had my dad emotionally the way that I feel like I should have, especially as a growing girl. And then like now where we are in our relationship, like it's not bad, but I can see that we're trying to get back there, especially now that I have my daughter, and my daughter is his first grandchild. So I feel like he's trying to mend that part of our relationship a little bit through my daughter. And I'm trying to appreciate it, but of course, like the little girl in me is more so like, I wanted this part of you that you're giving to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I completely understand. I see that now with my dad. My father and I, growing up, he was around, but he was never in the house, right? He was never in the house. So again, that played a role for me. And I'm seeing him now with my son, and I'm seeing him now with my niece and nephews, and even with my youngest brothers. And I see how much love he has and how he's catered to them. And it kind of had me, just kind of like, it set me back. And I was telling my wife not too long ago, like how is he able to like do all those things for them, but he wasn't able to do that with us. And then still today, just talking about it, it gets me choked up, because I'm like, why couldn't this happen? Like I know you're capable of doing it, but why couldn't it happen? And that still today, it hurts me. I'm just trying to figure out like why it didn't, but I'm learning to like let that go and love him for who he is right now, because growing up the way he was before, it wasn't his fault. And that's what I'm trying to understand. It wasn't his fault. That was his upbringing. That was his time. And this is what he was dealing with. So I'm learning about that. I'm learning about these things. I'm learning about letting it go, but it still doesn't go away.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. That's kind of me too. Like, and I try to get in my head of like, in forgiving him, I have to think about, okay, well, just like I don't know everything as a parent, I'm trying to think, okay, well, he doesn't know everything as a parent either. Like, especially since I'm for one, I'm his first daughter as well, out of the three of us. So I'm like, I'm trying to think, okay, well, he's clearly never done this before, and he's trying along the way. And then, like you said earlier, I'm just trying to take in and accept who he is now. Like, he's probably thought about some things that I don't even know about, and has used it to try to change himself now. You know.
And from your experience with your dad, from either you can talk about from current or when you were younger, what was the relationship between you and him?
Ooh. Younger, I feel like we clicked really well, because like I said earlier, of how playful we were. So I think that was like our happy medium for the most part. That was where we clicked the most, like just how playful we are as a family in general. To this day now, we still have like the playful moments, of course, or like it's now, I would say we're kind of meeting back where we were early childhood.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. And one last question, I'll let you go, about your dad. What were some, if you know of any, the biggest lessons that you learned from your dad?
Outside of how to be very patient, would be, since I've already mentioned that, like at one point I felt like he wasn't there emotionally with me, I feel like that's something I've learned from him, to be kind of more emotionally present, especially with my my daughter now, because I feel like, of course, me being me, since I felt like it affected me, I don't want it to be something that affects her, and that's something that I carry on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's probably something, and definitely emphasizing the being slow to anger. That's definitely something else that I've learned from him that I kind of want to keep.
Okay, sure. I'll let you get away with that one. I'll let you get away with that one. And I love the way you guys, the way you're talking about your dad. And the last question I have for you is, when was the last time you told your dad that you loved him?
Not even gonna lie, maybe like a week ago.
Okay.
Probably a week ago, because I think we were on the phone and getting ready to get off the phone. I think I told him I loved him, and then like one time in between, then I sometimes randomly get my parents cards, and in the card, like I wrote something to him and just told him that I loved him, because I felt like I didn't say it enough to him. So yeah, I say it kind of often now that I think about it.
Okay. I asked that question because, it's not easy for a lot of people to say, especially with the dynamics with their dad, especially if the dad is not in the house or they don't have a good relationship with the dad. Saying those words is not as easy as people think it is.
Right.
I learned, or I said to my dad, I told my dad I love them for the first time in 37 years last year. Right.
Really?
And that's how strong I was holding on to these things. So when I first said when I actually said it, it was a release not only for me but for him. So I find it interesting whenever I ask other people, like, have you ever told your dad that you love them? Because it's important, it's crucial. And the reason why also the reason why I say that is because it's forgiveness is not for only us, it's for other people. So if we tell our dad that we forgive them or we love them, it lifts up that burden off their shoulders, knowing that they can move on. It's okay to move on. Again, like I said before, my father growing up he didn't have the proper upbringing, so he had to pretty much do what he had to do. So when I ask these questions, pretty much is to lift up the burden not only for yourself but also for your dad. So all right, let's move on. Let's change the dynamic. And with this one, I'm pretty sure you have you can have more to say. So tell me about motherhood.
Oh, it's definitely not a hood for the faint of heart. I will say that.
Okay.
But it's definitely something I would probably say it's probably my one job that I actually absolutely love every single day. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna try not to make it as long as how I did on my show. I'm gonna try to give like a kind of quick version, but let me see. I found out I was pregnant my last semester of college. And actually what's funny is my mom knew I was pregnant before I knew I was pregnant. Like I was in denial, I think it was, but my mom, she came to me saying that she went to my sister saying that she had a dream that I was pregnant. I was holding some little girl. Mind you, there's no other little girls in our household. So I was just like, okay. But I'm telling my sister, I was like, she's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm not pregnant. Next thing you know, I found out I was pregnant. And what's funny is it's funny that like we're doing this episode now about dads, that I was so scared not to tell my mom. I was so scared to tell my dad. I found out I was pregnant the day of my dad's birthday. So naturally, I'm just like, oh, I can't tell him. Oh, I'm not going to tell him on his birthday. I'm going to ruin his birthday. I can't be that one. And I just ended up, I told my mom on my dad's birthday, and I told her, I was like, you cannot tell him until tomorrow. Like, you have to tell him tomorrow. Not today. Next thing you know, I get off the phone with my mom, and maybe 30 minutes later, I get a text message from my dad. I'm scared to open it. I was just like, he's going to tell me. I just made him so upset. Like, why now? All this other kind of stuff. But I opened the message, and the message said, well, happy birthday to me. Thank you. I'll see you later. Because he was going to have a dinner that night. And I was just like, oh, he took it way better than I thought. Like, so I think once I kind of got like that stamp of approval from my parents, it was just like, it just went up from there, I guess.
So why was it so easy for you to tell your mom and not your dad? Like, why did you feel like you was going to disappoint your dad?
Oh, I think it was so easy to tell my mom because
once she probably already knew. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, because she was already alluding to it like a day or two before I actually found out, because it was a hurricane that had hit Tallahassee the day before I found out I was pregnant, or 2 days before I found out I was pregnant, and she was already alarmed that I slept through the entire hurricane. So she was just like, yeah, something's off about that. But since she had already hinted to my sister that she knew, I felt like, okay, it's going to be easier to tell my mom. And then, I guess as your daddy's little girl, you're kind of just scared to tell your dad any of that kind of stuff. Like, you're scared to tell him about your boyfriends, pregnancy. Like, you're just scared of, like, because you don't know what they're going to say. They're just like looking at you. He already looks at me as, you're always my little girl. I don't care how old you are, but you're my kid.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
When I heard that on your podcast, and I was just like, that's funny. I was like, that sounds like a Caribbean parent, because what mom don't you know that doesn't dream of their child having a kid. Like my mom did it to me. Like my mom did it to my wife. She was just like, oh, I know somebody. Actually, she did it to a couple of us. She was like, my mom said, oh, I had a dream that I think somebody was holding a fish or going fishing or something like that. She was like, I know somebody's pregnant, but I don't know who. I was like, shoot. At that point, it wasn't me. I think it was my sister-in-law. But even when my wife got pregnant, like it was, I felt like she knew. But I think it still was a surprise. But just when you say that, I was just like, it's kind of weird, like how mom's intuitions are just like it's just on point. It's so weird.
That's what I said to her. I was like, how do you have, because she was like, she had this dream. Then next thing you know, she said she was taking a shower, and she said it felt like the dream had came to her like full force. And then she was just like, oh no, wait, it's Ericka. Ericka's the one that's pregnant. And I was just like, oh, see, I can't wait for that day. Okay, I can.
Let's see if you have it for your daughter as well. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting.
Definitely.
So when you were growing up, as a little girl, or even before you decided to, before you got pregnant, or before you become a mom, did you have any idea of what kind of mother you wanted to be? And if so, do you think you're that mom now?
Okay. Yes. See, I'm glad that was the one I actually knew off the top of my head when you asked me, right? Absolutely.
It's not a pop quiz. You don't have to.
Like, I felt winning because I didn't have to sit here and be like, wait, come back to that one. No. But definitely, when I was little, I wanted to be somewhat similar to the mom that my mom is currently. Like I was saying earlier, how we're a really playful household, to the sense of where it's like a really, really good balance where we're super playful. We know as kids, we know we can go to our parents about everything, like anything under the sun. But at the same time, with how playful they are, we don't have that we don't cross that line of where, okay, these are our friends, these are our parents. No, you're my parent at like first. But next, I know that I can come to you, and I know that at the end of the day, you're still my mom or you're still my dad. I have that respect for you still. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of something I wanted to incorporate into my own parenting, mostly like making my daughter comfortable enough to be like, okay, well, if I have a problem, I know that my mom got me. But she's not gonna like just attack me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So definitely that. Like the balance. I knew I wanted that from early on. I was like, I want a really good balance of friend and parent for my kids.
And you said you know that you are that person right now.
Yes, definitely. I think to the point where I think sometimes she takes me as a joke right now. So we're gonna have to fix that. We're gonna have to fix the balance a little bit. You know, she's in that toddler phase of thinking that, I'm one of her little friends or something.
It's a good relationship that you have with your daughter, especially at that age. It's cherished. I highly encourage you to always. I know people say don't be your kid's friend, but sometimes you're gonna have to be more than friends. The stuff that you share, I would say you have to be careful with that. But just being open with a child, your kids, I think, shows a sign of vulnerability, a sign of like a signs of transparency, where they can come to you now and just like talk to you about anything. I was talking to my cousin not so long ago, and he was saying that he's so close with his kids. At times, he just had to tell them like stop calling me, because and the amount of information that they tell him without him even asking is so amazing, because that's the kind of relationship that he has with them. Like, he's very, very open. They have their own handshake. It's so cool. So whenever they're going through anything, he's gonna be there. They're gonna call him first. They're not gonna call mom first, because mom and son relationship is different than than dad and son. But because he established that relationship between him and his kids, they are able to come to him without thinking twice.
Definitely. That's what I wanted as well. I was just like, I don't want her to feel like she has to call up the friend first for something that's so serious that she feel like she can't come to me. And I'm just like, no, I want to be the first point of contact for you. I really do.
It even came to the point that my cousin said that his son was asking him about I think drinking, because I think his son asked him when his first time, what was the age that you were when you drank? And my cousin was talking to him. He said, look, If that's something that you're gonna do, matter of fact, if you ever do that, please let me be the first person that you come and tell.
Definitely.
Right? Because they have that relationship, they have that bond. Because he doesn't want to be left out, and two, he just wants his child to know that, you know what, if you're gonna do this thing, I want to let you know that I'm here for you.
Right.
Any mistakes you do, don't feel that you can't tell me. Don't feel like you're gonna be afraid. And again, establishing that friendship, establishing that relationship with your child at that age is so crucial.
Definitely. That was us as well. They were like, look, if you're gonna drink, we want you to be our first drink partner.
Tell me the first time you were introduced to your daughter.
For that one, let me see. Okay, so first time that I met my daughter was right after having her, laid her on my chest, and we kind of had our first 30 minutes to an hour together by ourselves. She got to hear my voice, and I could tell that she really knew who I was, because like the way she was just looking up every time I would say something to her. And from there, that was our first interaction. Mm-hmm. I would say that's like my little mini best friend. That's kind of how we treat each other. It's always definitely, I noticed that even if we're sitting in the house with my mom and my dad, which she's very close to as well, let's say she stumps her toe or she falls or something, I'm the first person that she goes to. Little things like that I've noticed.
Describe to me 3 great moments of being a mom.
Oh, 3 great. Oh my gosh, 3 great moments. You're really making me think today, huh? Okay, one would be kind of like really broad, but definitely since having my daughter, how much of a voice I have now, I would say, especially as it relates to her. Like if I'm standing up for myself and like a decision I have made with her or something of that nature, just my voice that I really didn't have too much of before. Mm-hmm. That's one. That's probably like the greatest one I think I have.
Did you feel like you didn't have a voice before, or it was more that you didn't know who you were?
A combination of both, I would definitely say, because I'm still, if you like, when you get to know me, I'm a really shy person. I come off as timid sometimes, and then like I think we were talking about earlier, like I'm so slow to anger to where like even if something really, really frustrates me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna address it, or I'm just gonna kind of like bury it until I've had enough. But I would say since having my daughter, like if I feel some type of way about something, or if I felt disrespected about something, I not react upon it, but I vocalize it a lot sooner now than what I would have before I had her.
Okay. And you got 2 more to go.
Let me see. I would say how well I've been doing thus far, like not to toot my own horn, but how well I've been doing with her as so far, like, because naturally, like, because I can't only say that it's just a woman thing when you're pregnant, but I feel like it could go for the man as well. Mm-hmm. The only thing the thing that you're thinking about the most while being pregnant is like, okay, am I gonna do a good job? Like, am I gonna like know what to do? Am I gonna know how to do it, or whatever is going through your brain as it relates to that? And then just to see now that, I mean, she's been alive for 3, almost 4 years now, and I'm like, dang, I really have been doing this. I've been doing a really good job, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Let me see. And the last one would be, in me being so good at this right now, I would definitely say that another good thing that's come from having her would be that I now put my pride to a side a lot more. When I need help, I ask for it. Because before her, I was also that person. I did not like asking for anything. I didn't like asking for help, nothing. But now I'm like, if something's become too much, or I feel overwhelmed about something, I definitely now have no problem saying it.
You know, as a dad, one of the greatest lessons that I've learned from my son, like you said before, is For me, it's patience. I've had it before, but having a child is a whole different type of patience. It
Yeah.
tests every level of like patientness into your being. You know, they had this thing where he says if you ask God for patience, he's gonna throw you into the ditch of like people that are gonna test your that's that
Yeah.
skill of yours. And I definitely think that, you know, I'm very patient. I'm very like slow to anger, but having a child is different. Like I've noticed that my patient level is I would say it's advanced, right?
Yeah.
It grew, and I appreciate that, and I love what my son is able to do for me. I would say all these stuff that he's able to do at the time, the amount of stuff that he's done in a short amount of time. I love all that he's doing, and I appreciate that. And from your perspective, what is the greatest lesson that your daughter has taught you?
Definitely how to love myself more. Because it was like, it's an old saying. I don't know exactly how it goes, but it's something along like, for women especially, like your son will teach you how to love, and then I think your daughter teaches you how to love yourself. It was something along that nature, and I would definitely say, looking back over the years, that's really true for me, at least. She's definitely taught me how to love myself a little bit more.
Okay, great. Cool. Just have just about 2 or 3 questions for you now, and let you go. To wrap up with motherhood, as you are looking at your daughter right now and went through life and seeing how she's growing and yourself, how you grew, and let's say 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, even 30 years down the line, and she's like listening to this, how do you want her to remember you?
So you want me to cry too? Like,
hey, look, it happened. It has happened already.
I know. I listened and I was like, oh my Lord, he's gonna have me on here crying. But I would want her to remember me as her personal fighter, her first fighter in line, someone who always has her back, no matter what it is, no matter what it was. There's literally nothing she can do that'll make me want to turn my back on her, that would make me want to disown her, and that I don't want her to ever, no matter what the situation is, because like you said, like 10, 15 years down the line, no matter what the situation is, we'll get through it. And that I love her beyond words, that she should never doubt that.
Nice. Awesome. So as we wrap up, what do you want the dads to be, and the fathers, the role models out there, the father figures out there? What kind of message do you want to leave for them?
Oh, okay, all right.
Before you answer that question, before you answer that question, it's weird because you can listen to the podcast and listen to the questions and be like, oh, this is nice, yeah, I got it. But once you post that question, be like,
yes. Because that's exactly me. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. No, just kidding. But from experience or stuff that I've seen the most of, I would say, how should I put this? That being a provider is very important. Yes, while being a provider is very important, as far as like, providing food, shoes, clothes, diapers, wipes, all the other kind of stuff is important. But I feel like, especially from a young age, your child is not going to care about that. Your child is not going to remember that at all. They're going to remember who was there with them, who played with them, even if it was a little stupid tea party, though we feel like tea parties are stupid, but those carry on with the kids more than what you physically bought for them. And I feel like sometimes that gets lost in translation. Like, I won't say that it's just a guy thing or guys making it a thing. I will say that, some women have made it like, oh, he's not doing this, he's not providing X, Y, and Z. Okay. But I feel like for the child, especially for the child's emotional or mental needs, like, you have to physically and mentally and emotionally be there for them as well, not just financially.
Cool. Amazing.
All right.
Lady Ericka, thank you so much for answering this call. Thank you for what you're doing. Again, I listen to your podcast and I love your transparency. Like you are so 100% real with what you're saying. The emotions behind it is so real. It's very, very captivating. And again, it's a life junkie. I put that on the content. And what you're
thank
doing
you.
is so cool. Like I really do appreciate what you're doing. I am following what you're doing, and it's cool. I love your journey as motherhood, and you're doing a really good job. I really do believe that. And like you said before, there is fatherhood, parenting, so to speak, or daddyhood. It's not about materialistic things, right? It's not about how much stuff you buy for your child. It's not about I buy them a PlayStation, I buy them toys. It means almost nothing because those things expire. Like you said before, the things that matters the most, the things that really matter the most is spending time with your child. Like it's so crucial. We don't have any idea. I mean, if you think about it right now, do you remember what toys or stuff like your father gave you? No, but you remember the time that he spent with you. Like he talked to you, he hugged you, he shared that time with you. Those are stuff that that are memorable and that last forever. And we need to just stop thinking about these things. But I just want to just thank you so much, Ericka, for like these words, this message that you have given us, and the time that you have given us for about your journey as a mom. Again, I've been listening to your podcast, and I am definitely captivated by your story. Definitely captivated by your transparency, and I love the movement that you're doing. You're in season 3 right now. You're just like going strong. I'm like, I need to catch up.
No, I'm trying to shoot them out there. No, but thank you so much. Like I listened to pretty much all of your episodes by now. That's why I'm like laughing when you had said you would have thought I knew my answers already, but I didn't. But I definitely love what you're doing too. Like I loved your questions, your thought-provoking questions. Like I'm so serious right now. These questions that you've asked me are going in my journal. But I wanted to say thank you so much for letting me talk too.
Absolutely. So in closing, guys, I just want to thank again Ericka for all that she's been saying, all those motivational words and stuff like that. And I just want to just thank her for all that she's doing. Again, you are doing a good job. You're doing a phenomenal job. From what you went through to be able to stand up right now and raise your daughter, it's short of a miracle. I mean, I listened to your story, and that's why I wanted you to be here. But I just want to thank you all that you are doing. Again, guys, make sure you are in your child's life. I know this story that once someone told me where a dad asked a daughter, what are the stuff that you remember about me? Do you remember about me going through, Disney World? Do you remember remember when we went, the stuff that I bought you, all that stuff? She was just like, no, I didn't remember any of these things. The only thing that I remembered was when you were playing with me and you were pushing me in the swings. And he kind of got me thinking, like, all the stuff that we buy, we're trying to win our kids over. It doesn't mean much, but spending that time with them, like you said, a tea time, and going to the movies and just hanging out with them, a mommy time, a daddy time, or family time, all that stuff matters. And we need to plug in, pour in as much as we can to our kids, because that's what matters. We need to fix whatever we have right now so the next generation can have a better, a brighter future. And I said it before and I say it again, we need to be a better version of ourselves. Be intentional about everything that you do. And I look forward to what my son is going to become, because all this I'm doing is for him. But again, guys, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I want to thank my special guest, Ericka, for doing what she's doing, for coming here, telling us everything that she went through. Again, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
All right, guys, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I will catch you in a few. Bye.